Preparing for Giannis Antetokounmpo kept Mike Budenholzer up at night. One of the NBA's budding superstars will be on Budenholzer's site after the former Atlanta Hawks coach was formally introduced on Monday as the new leader of the Milwaukee Bucks. "It was miserable coaching against him, and I'm so happy to be saying 34's on my team," Budenholzer said, referring to Antetokounmpo's jersey number. "That's like really cool. He's a nightmare to coach against, to game plan, to figure out how you can keep him away from the basket. No need to worry about that anymore." But Budenholzer's experience with building strong defensive teams in Atlanta should come in handy for Milwaukee. The 48-year-old Budenholzer went 213-197 in 5 seasons with the Hawks. Budenholzer was named the NBA Coach of the Year in 2015 when he led the Hawks to a franchise record 60 wins and an appearance in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Hawks held foes to 97.1 points per game and 36% shooting that season. Atlanta went an Eastern Conference worst 24-58 this season. But they were rarely blown out, losing 21 games by fewer than 10 points and only 7 by 20 or more points. Atlanta is rebuilding. Budenholzer now takes over a team moving into a new downtown arena that is in position to challenge for a top 4 seed in the East next year, especially if it can play more consistent defense. "I think with the individual talents we have in Milwaukee, I think one of the words I used in the interview process was, how can we unlock this talent offensively?" Budenholzer said. "I just think there's so much to work with. Start with the 6'11" Antetokounmpo, whose length and athleticism make him a threat on both ends of the floor. Chris Middleton has grown into a good two-way player, while Eric Bledsoe and Malcolm Brogdon provide toughness at point guard. The Bucks are coming off a 44-win season and third playoff appearance in 4 years. They also allowed 106.8 points a game and had problems with rebounding and defending the three-point line, and coach Jason Kidd was fired at mid-season. In Budenholzer, they got an experienced coach with a track record of developing players and a resume that traces back to a 17-year stint as an assistant with the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio won 4 NBA titles while Budenholzer was there. Finding the right person, the right fit for this team to help this group take the next step was paramount, general manager John Horst said. Ultimately, after going through the process, it was clear that Bud was the right guy to do that. Budenholzer said players would be able to understand his defensive principles quickly, which would help in freeing them up to be great on that side of the court. The details are still being worked out. He's barely been on the job for 5 days, and he's hoping that most of his staff from Atlanta follows him to Milwaukee.